So we now turn our attentions to the men's 7th and 8th. Singapore Development versus All for One. Tell you what, this might be a 7 versus 8 game, but there's not a lot of difference between a lot of these men's teams. They have been extremely competitive games. Not many blowouts at all. So both teams will come out really confident of getting the job done. Singapore versus Thailand. All for One come from Thailand and up she goes. Not quite the 10 metres. So All for One will get first use of the ball from the halfway line. First I've got to win the scrum. Quick push. And they'll take it wide immediately. Some very, very disciplined defence there. So they'll go back the other way. That's a nice little wrap. And now that's created them a little bit of space. And off he goes down the line. Good cover. Will it be enough? Yes, it will. Heading towards the sideline, and they bundled him into touch. So that was an inventive piece of rugby there, first of all by All for One, but the defence did come across in numbers and get the job done, taking him into defence, into touch. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. So, Singapore coming off their own line. Oh, hits the post. Singapore have had the dive on that. And they concede the penalty. This is a wonderful opportunity for All for One. Barging over the line, and they got there. Well done. So, a quick penalty, tap. Just simply go through the numbers, just too close to the line to keep out. Singapore, the unfortunate incident of hitting the posts, hitting the padding, has presented All for One an opportunity which they have taken. Slides that away. And a 5-0 lead to the boys from Thailand. Underway again, Singapore. Oh, nice take there in the air, and they got the penalty to boot. So good rugby there from the development. Now, what the referee done here? I think they've thrown the ball away, and they're begging and pleading, but the referee's decision always stands. So now they're down to 6. So this will be a great opportunity for Singapore development to get back into this game and level things. So looking to go wide, look for number 13. He's a speedster, he will really cause some troubles if given the opportunity. Going to the widths, the outside channels, that's where they'll find the extra person. Steps inside, breaking through some pretty weak tackles there, it must be said. They try to rip the ball away, it comes free, and goes on the boot and kicks it out. So that's Singapore still have the ball in an attacking position, albeit they have to get it via the line out, which is their throw. So All for One slowly getting in there. They've got 2 players in the line out, as expected. Compensate. And so here comes development. Just looking to strip them wide. Keep going. There's their man. 10 and 13, they're a real combination. I think there's been an obstruction Oh, the idea was right, the execution not quite there. If you watch very closely, number 10 and 13 there created a real combo. You see, that's the inside ball. And there was just one player in the way. He puts his hands up, but it was maybe a touch too late. And he sets his ears back, but he has to come back. All for one, dodge a bullet. They just need to kill some time here. They're down a player. If they can do better than that, that would be even better. So if they can get some points. But right now, they're just kind of keeping the ball, playing it a little bit safe. Ball's very slow coming out. That they won't worry them. Just going from side to side. They're going to have to get moving somewhere here because they don't want to give the ball up or give away a penalty. Struggling free of tackles. And they get the penalty, so that's a great result for them. Just chewing up the clock with a man down in a 5-0 lead. And unsurprisingly, they'll just take it easy and they'll go for territory. They need to get out of this. They need to get out of this red zone. And down they'll go and they'll get themselves very close to that halfway. So with just 50 seconds left to go on the clock, at least our clock, this will be an opportunity for, I believe, all for one to try to just keep this ball in hand, play it nice and safe. Maybe even if the opportunity presents itself, maybe get a try, but let's wait and see, eh? Nice short line out. That's, again, the safe option. And now I think they feel good enough to express themselves with the ball. Pops it round, 2 players coming around, there's the second one. So there should be an overlap, and there is. And, oh, a great tackle there. That's good rugby by both sides, really. Comes out, using the full width. Taking into contact, strong run. But Singapore development, hang on. And there's the half-time siren. So let's see what happens here. That's a good result for Singapore. They'll take a quick tap. And now they'll spread it wide. Down wide. There's the playmaker. Looking for his man. Taking it down. And Singapore continue to get these penalties. If this keeps happening, it's only a matter of time, you'd think. They're going to go back. Draw and pass, right out to him, caught on the fingertips, well done. Has to come back into the field. Drops it backwards. A break there for Singapore development. A bit of room here. Outside, inside. Still going. Looking for an offload. It's not coming, has to recycle it. Coming down that blind. 1 pass, 2 pass, that's try. He'll bring it round a little bit further, but that's just Singapore showing patience with the ball, good awareness of the situation, just working it, till eventually the overlap presented itself. And going into half-time, after the half-time siren, they've just scored their first try. That will either even things up or will actually give them the lead. Let's see how this kick goes. Sprayed away, it's 5-all in a very hard-fought clash. Here at Sandakan, Eagles, home of the Rugby Eagles, Eagles Rugby.
Welcome everyone to the Borneo Sevens, the greenest sevens in the world.
Oh, little dribble kick, works out well, 4 for 1. Now can they take advantage of the situation? It's gone back. Stop having a look around. Bit of fancy footwork, but the defence can read it. They're onto it. Now they'll come across the field. Good defence there, good tackle. Just drifting around. Oh, That's a nice offload. That's another one. Oh, great tackle. Got to be careful. And he lifted him a little bit too far. Just landed him on the ground. It was a decent tackle, but you just can't really lift a player off the ground very far these days at all. And he's looking at a HIA for the player that received the tackle. It's a bit unfortunate. HIA comes on. Ask a couple of questions. Bit of explanation there from the ref. So the player will be coming off. Singapore from the halfway. Just looking around, tossing it around, looking for opportunities. Well, there's an opportunity now for all for one. No, there's not. So we'll be packing the scrum. And the boys from Thailand will be feeding just on their side, just on the Singapore side of the halfway. And off we go. So here they go. Goes out the back, but well read by Singapore, getting over the ball. Yeah, he didn't stay on his feet at all there. And so Singapore, this is their opportunity. They're looking, here he goes, this is the man they want with the ball. He's kept his feet, he's going to get over the try line, he's going to score. Some words exchanged. We haven't seen much of this tournament. The try scorer, he's pulled his hammy, but what he just needs to do here is concentrate on the game. He's got the try, that's got his team back in front. Albeit he's conceded the try. Sorry, he's got some words to say. He scored the try, I should say. So let's take a look. Here he is, puts his, you can see him just, yeah, he must have pulled his hammy. Oh yes, that's what's happened. So I thought he'd lost his footing. And he'd actually pulled his hammy. You can see him kind of, as he's getting towards the line, you can see the face grimacing, and he looks like he takes it out on the cover defence. But really, it wasn't much to do with him at all. Nonetheless, the score has been made, and with 3 minutes to go, in the 7 versus 8, we have a leader, which is Singapore Development Squad. And it's really up now to all for one to see if they can pin this one back. They can finish fast. They have that ability. The ball comes out now. Here we go. Some room has been made. Now he's into the clear. He's into the backfield. Where's his support? He doesn't need it this time. He will need it this time. And there it is. He's going to go over. So close. He gets so far. Has he scored? The referee's going to have to talk to his officials. I'm looking at the body language of the player. He's given it. Now, I looked at the player who scored it, and he didn't seem to be celebrating, didn't seem to be doing anything. And I thought perhaps he dropped it. But he has scored it, and instantly, the boys from Thailand have struck back. Let's take a look at this. Oh, great defence, great courage. And he must have been able to put that ball down, and then it must have just spewed out to the side. Now this is an important kick. Less than 2 minutes to go. If he gets this, this will give Thailand boys all for one the lead. And he has. So that's a great comeback. They were behind on the scoreboard for a bit. Not long. That's the perfect reply. And now, with a minute and a half. Singapore need to snatch this one back. You can see them Singapore players on either side of the field. They're both of them prepared for anything. I'm not sure this is the time for All for One to take any risks or chances, so they've gone deep. And Singapore really has to make the running now. They've certainly got the players to do it. They've gone wide. Their speedster's not there. Remember, he pulled his hamstring scoring that try. So they go two man. They're without. Looking. Inside ball, no outside ball. And now he's taking him on. The ball's gone inside. Singapore have got the ball. There's a player inside if he can get the ball to. I think he can. I think that's a try. No, the referee has said the ball has gone forward. That might be the last chance for Singapore. That might be the last chance to win this game. Now back they come. He stepped into touch. The yellow flag is up. He stepped into touch, or else that might have been. I thought those balls were all backwards, so I thought that was a try, and I was quite surprised when they caught him back. But it wasn't for the knock-ons; it was actually for the into touch. So now Singapore have got to jump with all their might. What's the referee going to say? Singapore have the feed. The siren hasn't gone yet. So they still have another chance. I said that our clock and the clock of the officials are not always synced up. And you can see that the little scrum half's in there. Now he's gone down the blind, but his mate is stuck with him. It's all to play for now for Singapore. Down by 2. The ball's popped back. Who wants it? Singapore have gone back. Understandably, Thailand is just keeping their line intact. The Thailand boys, I should say. All for One. That's their name. Now the chip's gone ahead. And back goes All for One. They've got it. But the kick has been a good idea because they have got this penalty. Quick tap. Out the back, still out the back. They're tired, boys. Who wants it? Who wants it more? Singapore inside ball. All for One comes across and cover, but they're up to the 22. Trying to get the ball. Coming over the top. They've knocked it on. Now they're cheering. Is that full time? Our clock is well and truly in the red. Singapore still have another chance, another roll of the dice. There it is. So this is definitely the end. We've had a couple of false endings here, folks. But this will be the end. What a great contest this has been. 2 tries each, only a goal separates them. Picks up, gone through the legs. The referee's allowed to go. That won't allow that to go. That's a knock on. And it's the boys flying north to Thailand who will have the happier of the 2 flights. Both these teams have played exceedingly well on this tournament. They've had their wins, they've had their losses. But it's All for One from Thailand who will win this clash. 12 points.